Good morning and welcome. Coming up this Tuesday, Donald Trump's stern words for Iran as he meets with Benjamin Netanyahu. Plus, the man hailed the hero of Bondi. Ahmed El Ahmed speaks for the first time. And what a catch! The Melbourne tradie who reeled in a great white shark off Victoria's coast.
We begin with one of the heroes of the Bondi terror attack, Ahmed El Ahmed, who was given his first television interview. Speaking to CBS News, he recalls the moment he wrestled the gun from one of the attackers, saying he wanted to protect innocent people.
The world witnessed your extraordinary courage when you tackled one of the gunmen, seized his rifle during the Bondi Beach terror attack. Tell us what was going through your mind at that moment.
I couldn't handle it. To hear a kids and a woman and oldest and man screaming and asking for help and no one help. He just shooting in front of him, anyone he see him, straight away. I jumped to him in his back, hit him and hold him with my right hand. Drop your gun. Stop doing what you're doing. I don't want to see people killed in front of me. I don't want to see blood. I don't want to hear his gun. I don't want to, see people, screaming and begging, asking help.
Once you seized the gun, did you consider shooting him?
I take the gun from him, of course, but I didn't think to shoot, and I don't want to put my hand in blood. I don't think I'm the one who can take life of people.
Were you worried about the second gunman on the footbridge?
No, I didn't worry about anything. I was just, my target was just to take the gun from him and to stop him from killing a human being life.
But you risked your life for strangers.
I risked my life for innocent human being. I can't call them stranger because they are a human being like me, like you.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister continues to claim it is not in the national interest to call a royal commission into the attack, despite pleas from the victims' families. The government maintaining a federal independent review led by former intelligence boss Dennis Richardson will be faster and more effective.
This form of inquiry allows us to deal squarely with the urgency of the national security issues.
This is the most experienced person who can have a look quickly, sharply.
The proposed review will investigate the role of ASIO and the Australian Federal Police, including what the agencies knew about the terrorists, whether any measures could have prevented the attack, and what could stop similar attacks in the future.
To breaking news, Donald Trump is right now meeting with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a day after hosting Volodymyr Zelensky at Mar-a-Lago. The pair are set to discuss the next phase of the Gaza ceasefire. Here's a little of what they had to say a short time ago.
As quickly as we can, but there has to be a disarmament, that we have to disarm with Hamas.
All right, let's go live to Washington correspondent Lauren Tomazi, who's keeping across developments for us this morning. Good morning, Lauren. The meeting's just begun.
It has, Ali, a very important meeting in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, the US president's Florida resort, which he likes to call the Winter White House. But all of this began with a very warm greeting between Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, with the US president calling him a wartime PM and a hero. The real crux of today is moving forward this US-backed 20-point peace plan and moving into phase 2. And a lot of these details still need to be agreed to. But we heard from the US president saying that the disarmament of Hamas is one step that has to happen for this to progress. We're also expecting to hear more details about that so-called Board of Peace, which Donald Trump says he would be heading, and also international peacekeeping forces, which would move into Gaza as part of this next step. The Israeli PM also wants to discuss taking more actions against Iran amid concerns that the country is expanding its ballistic missile program. And when it came to that, we heard from Donald Trump, who said, we will knock the hell out of them if that is is the case. So certainly a lot on the table. You can see the two leaders there dining ahead of these formal talks. And Donald Trump says that we will hear from those two leaders, Ali, at the conclusion of talks.
And you'll keep us updated throughout the morning. Lauren Tomasi in Washington. Thanks, Laws. A record number of police will patrol Sydney streets as the city prepares for its New Year's Eve celebrations. Following the December 14 Bondi terror attack, more than 2,500 uniformed and plainclothes police will be keeping watch. Many will be armed with machine guns and long-armed rifles for the first time.
To breaking news, British boxer Anthony Joshua has been injured in a car crash that killed 2 people in Nigeria. We're going live now to Nine's Europe correspondent Hannah Sinclair with the latest. Hannah, how did this all unfold?
Well, Nick, Anthony Joshua was injured and taken to hospital after the black SUV he was travelling in hit a stationary truck on a busy highway in Nigeria. Footage shows the former world heavyweight champion visibly in pain as he is helped from the wreckage after this horror crash that killed 2 people. Authorities say it appears the car was overtaking and travelling over the speed limit when the driver lost control and crashed. The British boxer has been in Africa on holiday following his win over American boxer Jake Paul in Miami. Nick?
Very lucky to be alive. Thanks, Hannah. A drone has been flown inside a maximum security prison in Adelaide, delivering a little Christmas package to a prisoner inside. Witnesses told 9 News they saw an inmate reach out of his window to retrieve a delivery on Sunday night before officers quickly searched the inmate's cell at Yatala, finding a mobile phone and illegal drugs. It's unclear who was flying the drone.
A renewed search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 is set to begin today, nearly 12 years after the plane disappeared. The search will include a newly identified 15,000 square kilometre zone believed to be the best chance of finding the aircraft. The Malaysian government has promised $70 million to private marine robotics company Ocean Infinity, but only if they manage to find the plane. The aircraft was carrying 239 people, including 6 Australians bound for Beijing when it went missing in 2014. Now to a Today weather alert, and parts of Queensland are again on flood watch today as more record rain hits the state's outback and far north. The Weather Bureau warns rainfall totals may reach up to 140 millimetres in Townsville, 100 mils in Cairns and 300 in the state's west today, prompting life-threatening flash flood warnings. Many roads are closed in and out of outback Queensland as residents race to relocate their livestock in time.
Expecting the peak of the rainfall will be over the next 2 days, with heavy to intense rainfall across a broad area of northern Queensland. So around the Mount Isa region, the annual rainfall is typically around the 400 to 500 millimetre mark, and quite likely to be seeing that over just a week or 2.
In the tropical north, South Mission Beach recorded the biggest downpour with more than 360 millimetres in 24 hours.
A huge whirlwind has been spotted tearing up the dance floor at the Beyond the Valley Music Festival. Music lovers capturing the strange weather phenomenon, with one person seen trying to even take on the tiny tornado. Gazebos also sent flying as it made its way through the campground.
Still going. Holy sh**. Brother, holy sh**. It's up there now.
Beyond the Valley started on Sunday and will finish up on New Year's Day. A Victorian carpenter has had an unforgettable day on the water, catching a great white shark near Geelong. Oscar Ford cutting the monster catch loose at Barwon Heads, and it was all captured on multiple GoPros.
As soon as we saw it, we were going crazy. It was just such an amazing experience to see such a big, beautiful animal.
He was originally out fishing for tuna before the 35-minute catch of the day and probably of his life. If you needed any proof that robots are indeed fighting back, well, take a look at this. There's a man wearing a motion capture suit which has got a bunch of sensors that robots can mimic his movements. So it all starts off fine, right? Yeah, then a quick kick in the Jats crackers, you could say. And it didn't stop there. The robot later crashing into a nearby desk.
So that's his fault, because it's mimicking his actions.
I don't think he mimicked the actions. That was autonomous.
He kicked himself in the groin. That's what you're saying. Interesting.
Scientific.
All right, taking a look at the weather across the country. The sun is peeking through for Brizzy today, Sydney and Perth this morning, while Melbourne and Canberra can expect a partly cloudy day.
And that heavy rain will continue to develop over the Northern Territory, North Queensland and the Northern Territory.